Welcome to this BVTV Podcast Trilogy, coming to you from the UK studios of BizVision. I'm your host, Malcolm Gallagher. Along with issues such as COVID pandemic, climate change, supply chain disruption, there's a danger closer to home that is facing many companies. It's been called the Great Resignation in the US, but it's a global phenomenon. More than 15 million US workers have quit their job since April 2021. In the UK, it's said that at least 1 in 4 workers will change jobs this year. That's an awful loss of talent and likely loss of momentum for pandemic recovering companies. So what can be done about it? I'm taking you to re-meet a previous BVTV guest. He's the director of the Center for Co-operative Problem Solving at Virginia Tech University. He's a renowned KAI practitioner. So please meet Dr. Curtis Friedel. Welcome, Curtis.
Hey, Malcolm. Thanks for having me on again.
It's brilliant. It's such an important subject, this, that, Curtis, I'm going straight in, obviously with episode 1 of this trilogy, with a 2-part question. What is KAI and how can it help with this major challenge of talent retention?
Yeah, thanks, Malcolm. The KAI is a psychometric inventory used to measure one's problem-solving style, that being more adaptive or more innovative. We're either more adaptive or more innovative than the person next to us. While one's problem-solving style is a dimension of one's personality, KAI is based off of a theory. KAI is not based on a theory of personality. Rather, it's based on adaptation innovation theory, which is a theory of problem solving with the aim of reducing conflict and improving team dynamics while solving problems together. So after completing the KAI, one learns if they are more adaptive or more innovative. More adaptive individuals tend to have ideas that are more detailed and focused on improving systems. They may have a fewer number of ideas naturally, but will provide more ideas if prompted to do so. They have a greater regard for group conformity and prefer to lead change in incremental steps. Not that incremental steps can't occur quickly, but more incremental in steps. More innovative individuals tend to have ideas that are more global and more likely to have more ideas naturally in number. They often focus on challenging the current system, not typically in disrespect of the system, rather they are less aware of it and its significance or consequence. The more innovative have less regard for group conformity and prefer to lead change in more revolutionary steps. So here's how
are you saying that's going to? Sorry, how are you saying that's going to be used, then, Curtis? Now they know. Are you saying that the leaders need to know that?
Yeah, it's great for leaders to know how each team member engages in the problem-solving process, so that you can leverage their diversity that they bring to the table with their problem-solving style. It's an aspect of cognitive diversity. And I want to mention too that we're defining innovation as a style and as an aspect of one's personality, which is different than how it's typically defined in popular press. So in the popular press, innovation refers to something new, such as a new product, new technique, new technology, or new process. However, one can have adaptive new or adaptive novelty. So no problem-solving style is better than the other. In fact, we need both more adaptive and more innovative people working together to solve complex problems.
Yeah, I'm with you. Now, so explain a little bit further how you feel that this is going to retain talent.
Yeah, let's add one more concept here to how KAI works. We know that if we have a 20-point gap anywhere along the KAI continuum between 2 people, it can lead to conflict. So in essence, a 20-point gap is a large enough gap to where we see the problem differently. You and I might see that problem differently and want to solve the problem differently based off our problem-solving style. So KAI can be used to identify this gap, and practitioners can prepare for conflict before it happens or recognize who on the team might be most useful in working on a particular part of the problem.
Yeah. So are you saying that early intervention by using KAI is what you need to be doing?
Yeah, absolutely. It's much better to anticipate the problem and prepare for it than have the bombshell hit you later.
Yeah. I suppose also it's inevitable that there is going to be some talent loss. It just seems to be part of the way at the moment there. Can also the KAI help with the onboarding of new members into that team? And how does that work?
Yeah, a couple of things on that. I think that one should not use a KAI for giving this to a new employee. Rather, a better approach would be to write a job description to attract the more adaptive or more innovative individual. So you're identifying the person through the job description. And we're dealing with this issue of talent retention in general. And I think in general, people leave an organization because they don't feel valued. They're missing a sense of belonging and don't feel like their contributions are being considered. I think the COVID-19 pandemic has made people really question if going back to the same place of work is worth it, and if they might feel more valued somewhere else. So KAI can fit here. And I think the leader's first question to ask is, are all voices being heard? That is, does the company have more adaptive cognitive climate and the more innovative ideas are being considered impossible or too bizarre? Or perhaps the company has a more innovative cognitive climate and the more adaptive ideas are considered dull or unimaginative? And is there a safe space for allowing ideas to percolate up so that the more adaptive and innovative can work together with mutual respect and bring the best ideas forward?
And I suppose your approach also can help identify the emerging leaders or the emerging team members and help them move on faster, should we say, or up the ladder faster. I didn't mean move out, up the ladder faster.
Sure. Yeah, a couple of things on that. Recognizing your own problem-solving style allows you to know what you are good at, what your advantages are in terms of problem-solving style, as well as your disadvantages, so you can leverage your advantages and find people to cover for your disadvantages, and then recognize who in the team can best work together in the problem-solving process. And when you know the type of results you want, you can develop teams based off individuals you can put together in a team to get the results that you want.
Excellent. Thanks, Curtis. Now, let me remind our audience of your URL, your website address, which obviously viewers you can see on the screen behind me, but let me spell it out for listeners. It's all the W's, KAI center.com. Unfortunately, Curtis is spelling center the proper way, the English way, CENTRE.com. Thanks, Curtis. Now, for this vital scene setter, it's been brilliant. Thank you. In the coming 2 episodes of your trilogy, we'll be diving deeper into how to uncover the real problems why employees are leaving and how KAI can help manage a company with 5 generations of workers. Thanks, Dr. Curtis Friedel.
Thank you.